Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'm going to give you a quick lesson. As per all the subscribers to the uh, magazine they get a full workshop, but I also give to the newsletters and the community quick lessons here and there or quick little updates, what's going on. And I've had so many questions around auto writing. And so I'm going to just show you the process of it because anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You just have to start. So what you need is you need to get yourself into a state of relaxation. So some deep breathing, light a candle, play some music. Some of you may want to meditate. And it's not anything that you have to do for a very long time, 5 minutes at the most. Just clear your head. Just make sure you're in a quiet room, no distractions. And if that means you need to play some soft music or nature sounds in the background, some people do have a fan on. Some people need a fan on, white noise. Just get into that 5 minutes relaxation. Then what you need to do is once you are relaxed, you're feeling a little bit dozy actually. So it's almost like you're just nice and relaxed and you're feeling kind of dozy, almost like that space just before you want to go to sleep, but not quite that deep. Do you know what I mean? Like you're still aware because you have to write, right? But you don't want to concentrate on writing. And so that's why it's so important. And that's why if you're listening to relaxing music while you're doing this, that's better. So this is how I want you to start. I don't want you to start by trying to connect with or channel anybody else. You start with yourself. You always start small little steps. So how you start, I'm right-handed, so I write right-handed. You start by writing it with your opposite hand. And I'm just using this pad. You can use paper and throw it out. I just prefer, I've got this little mini pad and this is what I use because then I can just erase it and I'm not wasting paper. But honestly, whatever it takes, full scap, whatever. And also you're not worried about writing on lines. Like don't worry about this being neat. What you're doing is you're telling your brain what you want to do. And you can't type this, you have to write it. That's why it's called auto writing. There's been so many scientific studies that show the connection between your brain and your hand. It's real. And if you really want to remember something, write it down. You have a much better chance of writing it down. So again, I'm right-handed, so I start with the pen in my left hand. So you do the opposite, whatever your non-dominant hand is. And then you just start asking yourself questions. And so you ask yourself questions like, what is my name? Like simple ones. And then you switch it over. Well, it's Shanta. And then you do another one. Simple ones that you know the answers to. Because all you're doing right now is you're showing your brain what you're doing. Because your brain is like, hold it. We don't hold a pen in that hand. Is my age. And your brain goes, well, I know that one. You put it in your other one. So answers you know. Now your brain is getting the idea. So you go on, how old is my dog? What's my dog's name? Like answers that you know. What are my children's names? What's my house number? Just really, and your brain is going, oh, this is easy. I get this. Oh, I get it. So that's all we're doing. So now I'm going to erase that. Oh, I'm using my wrong hand. Okay, so now we told our brain it's easy. Oh, this is easy. Oh, I can do this. Oh, this isn't so weird. So that's all you're doing by doing that. Really easy questions, back and forth, back and forth. Brain is on board. Oh, we can do this. Oh, this is fun. Oh, I know that answer. Okay, now part 2 of it, now you reverse it. Now you write the questions with your dominant hand, and now you're asking your brain to dig for the answers, because that's how we trained our brain, right? One hand writes the questions, the other hand knows the answers, and you wanted to make it easy. So now you can ask your brain cool questions like, um, oh, what is my life purpose? Right? Or a question that you don't know. Now you put the pen in your non-dominant hand and you wait. And you'll be shocked what comes out. So healing. I didn't know that. Mother. And again, don't worry about the writing. It's the process that you're and look at how long I've been doing this. My writing is still terrible. Don't care. No one's going to see this but you. So then you come up with another question. You know, could be anything actually. What am I best at? And then you relax and you wait, and you actually can have your eyes closed if you want, and just let your hand write. Just let the answer come. What am I best at? You can ask yourself a couple of times, what am I best at? So here's, let's say, I don't know why this is coming out as cooking. And I love cooking, so I'm not surprised. You could ask questions like, what do other people think I'm best at? Or what do other people see the best in me? Can I trust my neighbor? And then we'll put their name. Ask whatever you want. You can even ask things like, what you would ask the cards. But you have to be in that relaxed state and watch what happens. So when you have it in your dominant hand, you're accessing your conscious mind. That's the things that your conscious mind knows, the time, the time, what room you're in, what you have to do today, your to-do list, etc., etc. When you put it in your non-dominant hand, you're accessing your subconscious mind. This is deep, deep in your mind, where answers don't come as quickly. Also, these are answers from the universe. You're asking, that's why sometimes you have to wait. You have to wait for that download, and that download will come and go straight into your hand, into your non-dominant hand. So again, you write a question, the deeper questions with your dominant hand, and then you wait for the answers. You're relaxed, you have a deep breath, you've already got your candles or incense going, you have your music, and at the first words that pop into your mind that your hand wants to write are your answers. They are your answers. Whatever they are your answers. And you need to do this, at least 4, 5, 6 times until you feel really comfortable with it. At first, it feels weird as hell. Like, it feels so weird. Like, you're like, who's watching me? Nobody's going to see these answers. Nobody's going to see your writing. Just relax into it and do it. Once you feel really comfortable about this, you can actually even just do this for anything you want to know. Like, should I take the job? And then wait and see what your subconscious comes out with. And that's why I like using this too. I can just quickly write a note, quickly do the subconscious. Once you're really comfortable with that, and that's when I started doing the channeling. And people who've watched my auto writing have seen it grow from, I would just sit and write. Of course, I write with my dominant hand just because otherwise nobody be able to read it. But now my brain knows what we're doing. We're looking for answers from our subconscious. And, so I think I did that one with was it Will Wallace? I was playing some of the music back then. I had a drink going, I had absinthe going back. I had a glass of absinthe because that was her favorite. And so when you're doing a channeling of somebody, then you have to get you have to already know, train your brain what you're doing by doing these questions, by telling your brain, I want the subconscious to answer some of this stuff. And then you start like how I did. You just relax and you picture the person, or you have the person's um, picture in front of you. You call them in, kind of, if you are here, please feel free to communicate through me. I will write down, what you wish to say. What do you wish to say to people, if you could, and just relax into it. And all of a sudden, you'll feel your hand writing things down. And the thing is if you trained yourself properly, you know to wait for the answers, because that's part of this training of waiting. You wait for the answers, you wait for the download. So, it's 3-step process. Do the left, right, left, I keep non-dominant hand, dominant hand, with questions that you know the answers to. So you're telling your brain, this is what we're doing. We're doing questions, answer, really easy. Once that feels comfortable and good, then you switch it over the other way. You write the question with your dominant hand and wait for the answer with your non-dominant hand. And you do that and you wait, and you don't write down what you think the answer should be. You close your eyes, you deep breathe, and then all of a sudden, once the first time it happens, it feels really weird. And then after that, you can't wait for it to happen. And then you do that at least 5 or 6 sessions. Practice doing things like asking single little questions. Should I go shopping today? And see what, yeah, it's okay. I usually get, yeah, it's okay. Or no, maybe it's crowded. Maybe somebody's going to be there that would hurt me, and honor it. Don't say, okay, well, thank you. And do the opposite, because then your brain won't like playing this game. And then finally, if you want to do channeling, once you feel comfortable with that, you feel comfortable with the answers coming, knowing that it's not from your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind, now you can move on to channeling other people. And, you can even get into asking the universe about other people, in the fact, like, what does this person really think of me? If you're single and you're dating and you want to know something, or maybe you want to know, what does your boss really think of you? Maybe you want to know, is my husband thinking of leaving me? That kind of thing. You can start to ask those kind of questions, or you can get a picture of the person, try and call them in, gently call them in, and tell them you're ready to communicate. And, if there's something you'd like the world to know, you're willing to communicate that. But please be careful that you have yourself in protection mode. You have your incense, you have your candles, you know the person that you want, and put your Teflon egg on. If you don't know what your Teflon egg is, just imagine yourself in a beautiful Teflon egg, and that'll protect you from anything that's kind of dark. You actually could be with the person that you want to speak with, and they could be dark. We don't know what happens to them on that side, right? Mostly aren't. I haven't run into it, but I always protect myself as well. All right. You can even ask right now, like, that's why I always write their name on top, what I'm doing, and the date. And then I draw the line, and then I call them in. And you can even ask, if you want, during the time, saying, am I really speaking with this person? And see what you can even switch your hands there and see what happens. If you think these answers are really weird. And now I'm at the point I can ask questions. I don't break my trance. I can ask questions to the person without breaking my trance, but it's practice, 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 practice. I certainly didn't start that way. And if you followed me on my auto writing, it's definitely improved over each and every time I do it. It improves somehow. All right, so that's your short lesson on auto rating. I hope you enjoyed this. And these are little benefits of being part of our community. You get little insider information. Thanks so much. Please take good care of yourself. See you online. Bye for now.